It yeah. Oh wait. Oh wait. The... Five? Hello? I think it's working. Hello? Five? Oh, yes, it's working. Hello? Okay, it seems to be working. Alright, so hello. This is my Minecraft world, though, and I am currently recording an attempt at... Those animals are a little loud, but I'm currently recording an attempt at making a large base that will be used to profile how the mechanics, like the logic and the mob behavior functions throughout all the versions of Minecraft. But the problem is that my first recording, I had the audio for the game very loud. That should be fixed right now, but that means I can't really use this space that I've built in 1 hour. So I'll just put all my stuff in here, and then I'll head out to make a new base and start from there, and hopefully be able to profile my entire process throughout the thing. Now, what I'm actually trying to do is to like profile all the bugs, all the mechanics, all the features of Minecraft, and then kind of put them into a like collection of tests. I want to test how the mobs like pathfind to different places. I want to figure out how mobs spawn. I want to figure out how the different redstone contraptions have changed over the years. That means I have to go into alpha to actually make an environment in which I can test it throughout all the versions, instead of just making a new base for every single Minecraft version, because there's a lot of Minecraft versions. We're also talking snapshots that might need to be tested. Everything generally needs to be tested. There's a cow, but anyways, right now we are in the same Minecraft version as the X caves, so therefore, we have a lot of versions to profile after this. Now, the reason why I picked this one is because some of the other versions of Minecraft have a lot of cave, like too much cave. I mean, it would be easier to mine. It would probably also be a little more engaging if we just go around and hacking monsters to get my up to the current version of Minecraft, but at the same time, it is a lot of monsters that will be in that version. Therefore, I picked this one because the caves are a little more on the lighter side. It's a little more manageable. So, as you can see, I don't have... Oh, crap. Okay. Right up. Hop on. Would you kindly screw off? After me. Yeah, so there are a bunch of tests that needs to be done. Oh my god. There we go, finally. Right, so the first step should probably be to get some wood. I have a lot of like way to cover, especially now that I only have 3 hearts. But anyways, what I'm gonna be making is a very, very large base on the ground. that base I'm gonna turn into a segment where I can profile everything. Also, can't see chat. Probably check if there's anything. Nope, we're all good. Alright. Before we are just here. There. Then up. Let me just make a... Actually, we're gonna make a pickaxe. Never ever built anything but the wooden pickaxe to begin with. Also, there's another problem with this kind of version of Minecraft, because what I will need is I actually want it to look good. So therefore I'm gonna build it underground. It's not gonna be a big pile of like rubble on top of the surface. Also, this version doesn't have crouch, so therefore that would be difficult to build without falling off and dying. There are no enchantments in this version, so therefore you can't get feather falling, and that a fall would be pretty much lethal. Additionally, water is very cumbersome to actually move around in. So therefore, in bases, it's difficult to build something on the surface. Though it is easier than building it on the ground, because as you can see from this stone tool, it is very broken after that little trip. Usually a stone pickaxe, a wooden pickaxe will get you like one stack of blocks. In this version of Minecraft, it will only get you one. So that means all tools are half the same effective. They are half as effective, and I forgot one stone. Let's just collect that here, then I can get an axe. So that means that I will have to use double the amount of tools to build this entire place underground. And I need some chambers where I can spawn mobs. I need mob farms, the different kinds we have made over the years. Like, see how their effectiveness has changed. I need to make golem farms in preparation, because at some point there will be villagers, and there I have to have like the tests ready. I can't just make it so that once I get to the villager thing, then I make the buildings. No, because I want it all to be in the alpha one, so I can upgrade that one to whichever version I need. I also need to make grass tests to see how grass spreads. I need to make tests about how trees like grow, and if whenever you can like impair their growth, how close they can be to one another. And the leaves are like decaying by themselves, which they kind of seem to do sometimes in this version. So not as badly as the version before this. That's also partially why I did not want to go to a even earlier version, because earlier versions would kind of like break everything. Everything would just decay, leaves would just fall off, and it looked depressing. This version is much more like fine-tuned than that one, because the other one is wacky. But anyways, I need to build anti-settlement, as mentioned. And worst of all, because tools break so easily, and that also goes for iron and diamond, that means that unless I am strip mining constantly, I won't be able to supply myself with a steady source of iron and diamond. And this means that iron tools are pretty much off the table, because some of the future tests require iron. Like, I also need rails for like transporting villagers from one place to another. I could use boats, but rails I need at some point to get them into the iron golem farm. So therefore, I'd need to store up all the iron that I get. Also, right now, this axe is done, even though it doesn't look like it. So, I'll just leave a tree hanging. Hang on, I need to get some more stone. There is nothing, well, never break an inefficient block. There we go. That should be enough to get me through. Now I'm ready to prowl. There we go. And basically this is gonna be pain, but at the same time, the way I plan on excavating it, that's gonna look nice with the right editing tool. But I'm not sure I will actually edit it to look nice. I could probably. I should probably also have... I should have gotten some... Yeah, there's some saplings. Those I'll just take because I may need them. I also need soon to find a base. Now, one thing I still need to get, also this is how you get the seeds from this version of Minecraft, you need to till the soil. Kind of like better than wolves. That's how it was in the olden days. I'm not actually from... Oh, I'm also trying to store all the tools, but the hose I am really bad at actually realizing when they're gonna break. Oh, there's sand. I need that too. For my first night, it's gonna be very important to get sand. And would you look at that? Now it's done. That also goes with diamond tools. Once it hits that 0 health, they'll just break the instance. Another instance of damage has occurred to it. I can't see any sugarcane. This is bad. Alright, let's just get some... not again. I will never break an inefficient block. Let me do that, let me do this, and there, and there. Now we're cooking. I just need the sand because that can kind of keep my light source up while I am looking for coal. Because if I am to like dig down to find coal, that's going to be difficult. I could also find it on the surface, but this doesn't look like a good spot to find that. So therefore I'm instead going to dig it. I also need to find a pig actually. That should be my priority after this. And now I need to switch, because every fourth, the last health, then it will be on the depleted one. How much time do I have? Okay, I need to hurry up. Especially if I need to find a pig. Oh, stone. That's perfect. Because I need stone. I need 8. To be exact. There's a chicken tries to kill itself. Ah, crap. To wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know how to count. Can someone count for me? I don't want to count. Actually, have anyone joined? Just so I know. Nope. Alright. So I need to see the time. Yes, I only play like an hour. The days I can. Oh, there's a sugarcane. I need to be quick though. I need to be very quick. Okay, I probably won't get I don't want to be too far away from the base. Or from spawn. This is a tad dangerous. But luckily I should be able to follow my trail. Ooh, coal. And iron? I want that iron, but I think we're gonna have to get that in the morning. Yes. Ideally speaking, what I'll find is get this sugarcane, and then I'll find one pig. It doesn't seem like it. Oh, oh no. Oh, wow, that boat. Oh, oh. Hey, look at that. Oh, the luck is turning around now. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. One. Let's get the other one. Yeah, and the final one. Alright, I need to dig down now. This very instant. Is there... Ooh, I think there's a good spot over here. Also, you guys... Off it. Yeah, this is a good place. Before I had some problems with the sand being in the way. I don't have a shovel. Alright, we're gonna have to dig down the shovel. Man, I feel like my ears kind of like popping. And... Okay. I swear this is not fake. I swear. I am... This is not fake. This just happened. Man, I was expecting I would like showcase my like brilliance by making a furnace that gives me light, but nope. I dig down and then there's coal. Oh dear. That was a good call that I did not go over and get the coal and iron. I can do that tomorrow. Probably also showcase my trail. Like backtrack. Showcase where I went. Alright, now, if I remember correctly, this version of Minecraft, skeletons can actually shoot through, so I'm gonna dig over here. And dig out an area here. Alright, so what I then need is to... I need to figure out which direction the ocean is. So that way I can... Actually not that way, it's just that then I can start making my farm. Because, you know, I do like actually being self-sufficient and not having to... And I like bread. I really like bread. Bread is good. This meat here, it looks pretty good. But that's not how you grill a chopping... What are they called? Those pink things. But yeah, you don't want it well done, which apparently Notch really likes them well done. I'd rather just have it a little juicy. Actually funny, we usually call this bacon in the back in the day. And then it turned out it was pork chops all along. But yeah. Alright, so my idea for how I'm gonna do the whole video thing. Basically, that now that I have a settlement, then it's gonna be that I like have a sit like here, and then I take and put like a block down, and then I put a torch, put a torch here, and then I will look at an exact frame of this. So like it will be, I line my crosshair like this. And then I'll say like some sound, like BAM! And then I go ahead and like mine out a bunch of stuff. Like this. Like that, and I kind of go back. And now let's just assume that my pickaxe was like fully expended. And then I will realign myself like this, and then I'll say BAM! And then you can kind of piece those two frames together. And then you have like a time lapse of me mining, and you can also add like a sound bite where it like says do 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 do, like the digging sound, and it pop. As we can hear, there's a skeleton outside. Skeletons are they are actually really engaging. It's actually an awesome fight. But the old version of Minecraft, they don't really have good singular one-on-one fights. They have the Enderman is pretty good, but it's not the best. But this version of Minecraft, it really knew how to turn a singular enemy into a threat. The skeletons are also really bloody annoying, and they do a lot of damage. And meanwhile, today's skeletons, they don't really do that much. With enchantments, they kind of just flop. It really lacks that these guys are deadly nature of old Minecraft. Anyways, we're gonna make some more wood. There we go. And then we're just gonna put it in there with the sand. So we get some glass. Now, I need to figure out which direction the water is, and I also need to make a new chest for my tools. So I can, like, stockpile these broken tools. I do not want these tools to break. There we go. You can also go in there, because I'm never gonna need you ever again. And then we are gonna make some more of this. Bam, bam, and then some. 1, 2. There we go. Actually, two shells probably good. Then we kind of need to see which. Oh, the water's over here. It needs to go. Let's just do it like this. Hello, soundbite. Please don't kill me. What I'm trying to do is get some water. Then I'll use that water. Well, you probably know what I'm gonna use it. Like, it's not that big a mystery what I'm gonna use water for. I can end up with one. This stick is cursed. This stick is it 2 sticks? Never mind. I guess I don't have any not anymore, at least. Okay. So I really want to showcase one of the features that this version of Minecraft has. It's called lefting. Now, it is a term I've come up with myself, because I was the one who discovered it. Well, I guess someone else might have discovered it as well. But it is basically an intriguing way of manipulating an opponent. Maybe I can look like that kind of look. Let me just. Oh yeah. Let me just see if there's like a mob I can use for my. I can use lefting on. It doesn't seem like it. Wow, there was no mobs at all. This looks like an awful lot like my initial attempt at this. I should mention that this project of mine, I made a similar. I tried to make a similar thing 2 years back, but then the PC I ran on kind of broke, so I lost that world. That's why I should use a backup. I always back up my files, but now I'm back. And let me just check, has anyone stopped by? Nope. Alright. As you can see, the wildlife of sorts, they're already dead, so now the sun is inflicting, putting everything back into order. Right. So as mentioned, I can't really turn this into tools. As you can see, there's steep slope right here. But what we can use this iron for is it didn't make a plop sound. That's also a bug, by the way. Depending on how you place yourself, you can't actually hear stuff. But I can't remember all the rules that are attached to this Minecraft version. That's the thing. I also need to make sound test. I need to make a mob spawning test. I need to make every single conceivable test that exists. Because there's just so much that needs profiling. I feel like GLaDOS, like, we need the enrichment center requires you to test this ledge and see if it makes sounds. It may also catch your head on fire, so please do not. No! Oh my god, I broke a pickaxe. Ah! Alright, no more GLaDOS. GLaDOS would break her test subjects, and I can't do that. I need to safeguard every single piece of pickaxe. By the way, that was a really cupping dumb feature I had in the old version. Like in the my first attempt at this. Hang on, is this producing a constant sound? Let me just. Alright, it doesn't seem to be producing a weird sound. That's good. Good. Let's just stick onwards. There we go. Would you kindly sort off? Alright, so we have 5 iron. I would have preferred 6, but 5 is pretty good. Especially since it's surface. Actually, I shouldn't complain. I got surface iron. That's like so rare. I should not be complaining. I have nothing to complain about. So what I'm now gonna do is I'm gonna go over here and then I'm gonna take the water and bring it down. I don't think there's anything else I need. And then once I have it down, then I will start using my tilling tools to actually make it so that I have lines that I can. Okay, where is my base? Here it is. Any mobs that spawn? No. Alright. Wow, so I have a lot more resources this time around. We're gonna make a new furnace. By the way, equipment such as this won't actually break. Oh. Yeah, that happened. Sorry. And I can't use. Okay. Now you will get to see the great mining trip. Okay. It was much shorter than I remember. You know, you just gotta hit it with your hand. Gonna make it. I just had a thought. What if I like... Okay, I probably don't want it there. I want it here. What if I use the sword? No, it is faster when I use a pickaxe. Alright. I just needed to test. It just seemed like it wouldn't be as fast. But it is. Alright. Sorry about that. My breathing. I have some issues. Now we're just gonna dig on one floor up. Actually, I need to dig on this level here. Because this is how tall it's gonna be. Oh crap. That's not good. Hang on, wait. And let me just stop. There we go. Maybe I need to dig it a little further down. Let me just think. No, it should be fine. Because, like, this is the level I will walk around on. This will be the... No, I have to dig one further down. So I'm just gonna go like this. Bam, bam. Then I'm gonna dig down. I need to be able to... Actually, maybe I should show the design first. If anyone... If you, well, there's no one here, but if this is a rewatch, then you may have noticed that I had water, like this. It was down here, and then I was placed this here. This way, it kind of waters the plants, but it does mean I need some more space to actually jump on. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. Making sure that I can actually walk up here. Also gonna bring that and that. There we go. That actually looks fine. Just stick. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Also, you can't do this. You can't just place this. Place it. You can do it with different tools, but not the same tool. Or same like tool with the same material. This will be a very cumbersome task, but it will be done. I'm not talking about this, by the way. This is simple. This is very simple. I'm talking about the whole base that's gonna profile everything, because that'll take a long time. Now, also, my main goal with this is actually in the end to tell about Christ. I just want to get that out of the way already now. Like, that is my final goal. To tell people about Christ, but for now it is mainly just making sure to actually produce some profiling for Minecraft, because this game really deserves it. It deserves the effort. Like all the things that have brought us over the years, it's time to kind of avoid to tell itself more about itself. And that's what I intend to. I intend to showcase how it has changed over the years. And hopefully also instill some patronage. I don't know what it's called. Some zeal for the old, for like traditional Minecraft. So that Microsoft kind of sticks to what makes Minecraft so special. I'm not saying like it should focus on mobs being absolutely terrifying to fight. I'm not talking about that. We have mods to do that. But like, that's the thing. We need the modding community. Because without the modding community, if that is like monetized, then it kind of loses its spark. Of course, if you are a mod creator and you take money from your mods, I have no complaint about that. It's just if they also take a cut, that is a little strange. Because if they take a cut, then everything is gonna cost something, and that means that there'll be a limit to the entirety of the community rather than just a select few of the community. Kind of get what I say, because like so much are just created for the sake of creation. Not all mods are created to make a damn good product and also make a profit. And, you know, it is important to keep that aspect of Minecraft where it's just like creation. Okay, we just encountered a new bug. I have tried that before. Running water can actually delete source blocks. I can't remember how to fix it. So, because it is a little inconsistent when it happens and when it doesn't. There we go. Now it works. But I can't, like, do this. No, wait. It's here. Let me just, Nope, it's not there. The flip. There we go. Now it's cooking. Actually, let's just do a simple test. Can I take this? Hang on, my PC is you. Oh my goodness, my PC is overheating. No, that's fine. It's a problem for later me. I still need to make sure that part of it actually is sustainable. But what was I talking about? I need to see if this actually, if I can kind of squeeze in between the gap of those two. I don't mean that I squeeze in between of them. I just want to see if I can like click in between it. I should probably actually we'll do that after I've tested. Yes, I can. Okay. Pretty cool. Alright, that's another test done. Congratulations, we can squeeze in between. If it's a hole, then you can go for it. Alright. Now we just need to break some of this. Can you... Break. You know, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm gonna do this. There we go. There we go. And then I just put this down. Oh, right. We also need a cacti area. There we go. And over here we also need the same thing, but actually I should probably get it done now. Is that it? Nope, there's still more. That... I think that's good. We don't need more than that. That's fine enough. And I need another X. I could probably just take a half... Actually, I just put all of it in. Because it's not gonna burn everything. What now? I need to make some more tools. Find some more stuff. So another thing I actually want to do with this is I want to tell a story about Drafleon. So it feel I could tell some of it. Or could I? And are there anyone present? There's no one present. Well, I guess I can just do my tales. Basically, the Tales of Draflion is a story about how humanity, about an alien race on a different planet to our own, on a far-off planet, where it is orbited by 3 different suns and one, what is it called? I can't remember what the last star is called, what that type of star is called, but it's orbited by 4, where one it basically acts like the moon. And on this planet, there's an alien race called Draffles. There's also other species such as the Luxon and the Thraxan. And there's also a entity below the ocean. On this world, the Draffles... Oh, crap! I have put this glass wrong. There we go. On this planet, there, at the moment, it's a peace. The Draffles have established a very large population. And by that I mean 1,000. And they also have their Raffic allies, or companions, that basically do all this science-related stuff, which are like making gadgets, building resource centers, though the Raffics are actually really efficient, so therefore they're not really extracting resources. They are simply recycling resources, I would say. Okay, grass, can you please... There we go. Now, the point at which foretelling happens, that is when humanity comes. Because the point of this place is actually to be like a beacon for all living things to like come here, so that even if the heat death of the universe comes, this one planet will not succumb to inertia. It will stay active with like energy always being present on this planet. So despite anything, this planet will prevail. Now, this is due to the Draffles having an ability to actually transport energy. So you see, is anyone listening? Good. It's good no one's listening, because I really need to practice this, but the reason why the Draffles don't really succumb to... What was I talking about? No, I was not talking about anything that they succumb to. That's also a thing, they can't get sick. And that's because they have an ability passed down to them where they can actually manipulate energy. Now, they can't manipulate any type of energy, and they can, but only inside of their own bodies. Sorry, that if inside their own bodies, they can apply heat anywhere, they can retract heat from anywhere, they can change electric charge from one place to another, they can apply kinetic force wherever they want, but only inside of their body. See, they have the ability to grasp stuff through the 4th dimension. They can't see in the 4th dimension, but they have a limb in the 4th dimension. And their body is basically a 4th dimensional being that they can't see. They can only see their 3rd dimensional part of it. They kind of look like dragons, humanoid dragons, dragonborns. Maybe a little more on the side of like Spyro. And they are walking on 2 legs though, because they are humanoid. But that is kind of disingenuous, because humans are not the main character in the story. The main character is one that's called Sakura Holikin, but... no, not Sakura Holikin. That's called, he is called Sako. Yeah. And, what was I again talking about? I can't remember. Wait, why am I putting lights down here? It's supposed to be over here. Oh, I broke another shell. Copying David. Go there and there. Boom, 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 boom. It's a clock. Okay, so this is the final day for today. What was I saying about Psycho Hooligan? I can't remember. Yeah. I think actually he is called Psycho Hooligan now I think about it. Yeah, that was the name. No, wait. No, it was Psycho Hooligan. I knew there was something I forgot, because the thing is, they are very stingy about the way you express their what am I doing? I'm not supposed to do it like that. I'm supposed to be making another type of thing here. They are very stingy about the way you express stuff. Like, they humans, like, accent is described as hideous to them. They find it hideous because, like, it is so chaotic. There's no system in place of it. It's just whatever. R means like the sound O is O, 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 O. There's so many different ways to pronounce it, and they just get confused by it. Not even confused, they get annoyed by it. And frustrated, like, can't they just stick to one? But anyways, Travels have the power to change the energies inside of the body. And outside of the body, they have one element. Now, most are grayscale. Most are grayscale. I'm not going to tell you why. But that means that they don't actually have any powers. They are actually invisible in the fourth dimension because their elemental power is not present. There's no limb to see, there's no limb to touch. So they are basically invisible. Now, if you have an element, it's either kinetic energy, which is black, which is the most powerful one, or it is fire. It is light in fire, which is also one that actually has emotions. And then there is the ice, and finally there is electricity. Now, there is actually no electric dragon at the time of the story, and that's not because they are the rarest one. In fact, I told it in the order of rarest to most common. It's simply because that the electric dragons also have one emotion. Actually, all dragons have an emotion that's called anger, but specifically the lightning dragons don't have anger. They instead have joy. So they can be happy. And that is actually a really big problem in the story, because of something called bloodlust, but I won't spoil anything about that right now. And also the kinetic dragons don't actually have an emotions at all. They are the closest thing to a robot you'll come. Like, that's also biological. And everyone else, they have anger as their emotion, or rather justice. Anyways, they travels they can use the element to do stuff, and it should also be mentioned that the fire travels, they expend their own heat in order to apply fire elsewhere, and once they have created fire, then they can control the gas however they wish. Meanwhile, the ice travel, they have it opposite. They store thermal energy into them until they overheat, and theoretically there is no limit to how much heat they can get, but at some point they are gonna melt or turn into gas. The main character does that a few times. He also dies a few times. That's also a thing. These are technically immortal, which mean that immortal in the sense that they can, once they die, they kind of have an essence that you can replant, and then over the course of 100 years, it will grow back into a being again. But yeah, there's technically no limit to what the fire Raffle can do. And the kinetic Raffle, he doesn't even have a limit. Like, it's just kinetic energy. He can take any kinetic energy and apply it elsewhere. As long as he can punch, he can apply his kinetic energy. And any kinetic energy that someone else sends... Actually, I'm a little uncertain if he can take any kinetic energy applied to himself and then apply it to something else. But like, if he punches somewhere, he can make it so that it actually applies to somewhere else. So if he hits someone in the stomach, he can make sure it actually hits the head, even though he's still punching their stomach. He can strike the ground and hit, and thus he can transfer the energy to instead hit some bullets in the air. Effectively, he can revert a tank shell back at its... Oh, and I broke another one. Copying debit. I am really not... I'm really being GLaDOS right now. The test subject 343. You are to see how many trees you can cut down before breaking. The Enrichment Center thanks you for your contribution to science. Well, I think I've talked enough about Raffles. That entire story. Is there anyone here? Nope. There's not anyone here. That's fine. Well, I think actually if no one shows up for a particular live stream, then I'm just gonna kind of like repeat myself. Maybe, no, I shouldn't repeat myself. I shouldn't repeat myself. That's a bad idea. I could just talk about something else. Break this part and break the pieces. Well, that's a lot of sugarcane over there. But I first need to dig through this tree, and then I need to put away this. By the way, this is the final day of today. You can feel that I'm being a little tired after the entire day. I'm going back to bed after this. Maybe. Break them apart and hold them to 11. So soon it's only 8 minutes till send off. I also had a thought of, like, I should profile different mods. Like, I should take whatever this world becomes, and then I should put it into Better Than Wolves. And then I should profile Better Than Wolves. It's gonna be some issues with, like, having the entire world use better than wolves. Maybe it's not even possible. The torches would like... I should not be staying in darkness. I don't know how I would do better than wolves with this. I don't know if the blocks will kind of like fall. Might be that the game just lags to death. Right. Now we should just be... Ooh! Okay, you can say one thing about this version of Minecraft. The sugarcane seems to be growing much faster. Okay, stopping bloody dirt. Look at that, look at that. Oh my goodness, it grows fast. Alright, now it's time for soil enrichment. That. This. Also, we can put some more torches down. And then we plant. There we go. And then we just take this away and then put a new one. I should probably put some more stuff in here. There we go. Also some wood. Is that music? I can't tell. And then 30 glass. It's actually funny. I haven't heard Minecraft music like this entire playing session. Usually by now I would have heard it like twice. I heard it at the start, but that's about it. Really odd. Oh, yep, stone. What the flip is going on? Hey, hello? Just do this. The moon is broken. No moon. That's also a thing. Actually, with this, I would be able perhaps to go into the convert this into the broken script, and then start profiling the broken script. Oh my goodness, that's a good idea. Oh my goodness. That's what I'm gonna do. So it will take quite a significant amount of time. By that point, people have probably found out everything there is about the broken script. But if ever there comes a new like mod of sorts, then I can just take this and then put it into that and just, yep, we are gonna profile everything. All the mechanics, all the neat features, all the nature of it. That would actually be really cool. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm definitely sticking by this. You can imagine that. I just bring this battleship into it. All of my stuff, like, boom. Battleship ready. Any version of Minecraft, no problem. Got you right where I want you. You did. So, alright, so this is roughly the good. This is a good start. And I have just enough time to make a cacti pit. Where should I put it? Maybe over here. It needs to be far away from the rest of my things, so that I don't accidentally go into it. So this looks like a good spot. And there's iron. That's the one iron I need. Yep. And voila. Iron has been acquired. Can't really use iron for much because for this version of Minecraft, it's a little... Oh wait, I don't have a lot of moon time left, but I do have enough. There. And what am I doing? I'm trying to craft the cacti. It's nothing dummy. Now the last thing I need is this. Bam, 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 bam. This, by the way, is a staircase. And it looks really weird, but like what you're supposed to realize is that the shadow, instead of going this direction, it goes straight down. And that's why it looks so weird. So if I like take this one stair here, take a look at it. Like the shadow goes like this. And then downwards. And then this is like the toe. So that means like we have a block here, and then we have one here. It looks really weird, I'll grant you that. It looks really weird, but like it is here that the actual line is, and then the shadow just goes like this. Try to wrap your head around it, and then you can actually see this is a slab. I'll just give it a thought. Just give it a moment. Try really to see the line right here. Try to see the line of shadow that just goes here, and then this is like the part of it that is the set. Just take a look. Can you see it? Can you see it? There's no one here actually seeing it, but if ever you rewatch it, you will be able to see it, hopefully. And just in time for this. Ow. There we go. I can't really break this, that's a bad idea, but I can do this. There we go. That's good. Is there any final mob I should just, like, fight? No? Nothing? Hey, hang on, do I have the right difficulty? I didn't have the right difficulty. Yeah, but I think this is where I'm gonna sign off. I really need to go to the bathroom, and I have things to do before going to bed, so I'll see you next time. Then we just go in here, and then we just shut it off. End stream. Enter.